1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am your host, Precious D, and with me again, filling in for Honeybee, is my brother, Pretentious D.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome
Good to be back.
We are making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started in 1933 with King Kong, and today we are looking at a movie called Abyssal Spider, and also known as Mad Spider Sea.
Yes.
That's sea as in the ocean.
Yes. 2 titles for the price of 1.
Yeah. It is from 2020. It's a Taiwanese movie, 107 minutes in color. I'd see no budget or box office listed. You can watch it on Hayya, which is a streaming service that is mostly martial arts movies, but
Right.
there's an occasional thing like this on there. It's definitely an Asian-centric channel. Mostly martial arts, but there's a few monster movies on there. There's also something called IQIYI that is a streaming service, which I don't think it's in English. They produced this movie.
Right.
That thing is on all the companies they list at the beginning. Because I think I tried to watch something there once, and it was all in not English. It says Home of Asian Entertainment. I mean, on the Google Play Store, there's English when you click on the thing for this app. So I don't know if maybe it was just you had to pay for it. I don't remember. I pay for you got to pay for Hayya. Every time I'm about to cancel it, because I hardly ever watch it, it's only like $4 or $5, and so I end up not canceling it. But
And at least
I
this
just gotta
time
watch it more.
proved useful.
Yes. But if I watch just one thing a month, it'll be worth it. It's just most months I don't.
Sure. Well, especially with Amazon charging like $4 to rent just any random film almost these days.
Yeah.
And Netflix. Yeah.
So, let's see. The director is Joe Chen. Let's see. What else has he done? Probably a bunch of stuff we never heard of. Zombie Fight
I believe
Club.
so, yes.
The Apostles. Button Man. Call of the Undead. Okay, those are his other credits. There's not much on Wikipedia for this, so I'm going to IMDb to get our cast. Somebody on IMDb says one of the worst movies of 2020. That seems a bit much.
Yeah, that seems a bit strong.
Yeah, I think they just don't watch enough bad movies. Okay, so we have Jen Shou Chung as Atai. That's our lead. Herman Duplessis as the one white guy. He's listed as Seaman. He's in the beginning.
Yes, and I believe as the one white guy, he was responsible for all the bad crap that happened, or at least some of the bad crap that happened.
Oh, right. That's true. We've been doing this for a while. What's your problem? We'll get to that. Herman Duplessis. Oh, I said him already. Aggie Shu as Zhao Tu. Johnny Huang as Commander Ding. Kong Ju. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a Kong in this movie. There's 2 Kongs because there's an actor named Kong, but one of the characters is named Kong. None of them are giant apes, though. He's the chief engineer. Chai Yen Ko as Zhao Jing. Li Zhen as Ah Ding. The rest of these people doesn't say who they play. Kang Sheng Li, Andrew Lien, Tao Yu Lin, Kong Wei Lu, and Sunny Wang. Because every movie should have Sunny Wang in it.
Well, and because most of this movie takes place on board a ship, all those unnamed
Yeah.
people are going to be seamen of one form or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fishermen.
So I'm not sure.
and
So
such.
I don't know who played Uncle. I don't know who played Uncle Kong. Unless Kong Ju, chief engineer, was also Uncle Kong. I don't know. Delano, what are your initial thoughts and feelings on Abyssal Spider Sea Madness?
Well, we've discussed before about the balance between the normal elements of the film and then the paranormal or the kaiju or the disaster elements of a film that you
I
can't
mean,
that you
the
can't
human shit and the monster shit.
exactly. And this one leans very heavily into the human shit. There's a
Yeah, too
whole
much
plot
human
line. Yeah, they're on a fishing boat, and some of the crew are smuggling drugs without the knowledge of the captain. And one of the main character, the protagonist, he
We assume it's drugs, but I don't think they were actually saying.
oh that's true. They just refer to the mysterious cargo.
The cargo, yeah.
Yeah, but
Could
they're
be
on a
spy
fishing
shit.
boat, and the protagonist is on the ship to try to redeem himself, having potentially killed some people in an accident on board a ship 5 years before. It's kind of
That was
unclear.
bullshit. They were
Yeah.
they were that was so it starts off with a search and rescue is rescuing this ship. There's a bad storm going on, and they're trying to rescue people off of this ship. It's not really clear what's wrong with the ship, and the captain is going to try to go down with the ship. And our lead guy here is trying to go back for the captain, and he's arguing with his captain. And while they're arguing, a piece of the ship falls on the captain and kills him.
Yeah.
So people seem mad at him for trying to rescue too many people.
Yes, and our protagonist then blames himself and devolves into a life of being a degenerate gambler. And his wife, speaking of too much human shit, his wife is simultaneously giving birth at the same time that all this failed rescue is happening. And she dies in childbirth, which he somehow blames himself for as well. So now he's a single father with an adorable little daughter, I have to say.
Yeah, she was good. She did a good job.
She was cute and a good actor. But he is impoverished both because he won't go to sea, but also because of his gambling addiction. But then he finally, rather than lose his daughter, he signs aboard what at one point is called his uncle's ship. But then when shit goes down, he refers to the character that he'd been calling uncle as dad. And the dad refers...
No, he calls him dad early on. No. He calls him... It's his father-in-law. He calls him dad early on. Then he calls him dad again. Other people are calling him uncle, but he's not... I don't think he's literally anybody's uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's an honorific. I don't think he's literally anyone's uncle.
Okay, well, that
Though
I was
Kong
confused.
is literally... Well, but we also have Kong, who is literally somebody's uncle.
Yes. Oh,
So,
which brings us to one of the other problems.
because they keep calling the other guy. Wait. They keep calling the other guy Brother Ding, but he's not anybody's brother either.
Sure. Yes,
So-
if we spoke Taiwanese, I'm sure this would make a lot more sense to us. So, speaking of Uncle Kong, so on board the ship, as part of the additional, somewhat unnecessary human shit, there is a woman disguised as a man.
Yes.
And there's a long tradition in...
There is not. There is not, though. The most unbelievable part of this movie, not the giant undersea spiders. The most unbelievable part is that everybody on that ship didn't already know she was a woman.
Yes,
She is not disguised at all. I mean, she's wearing gender-neutral clothes, but, her
she has
hair
her
is
hair-
relatively long.
but it's pulled back under a
It's
baseball
just
cap,
nonsense.
which apparently
There's
has this...
no way.
It has Superman's eyeglasses level of disguise power,
I
this
guess.
baseball cap,
Yeah.
because supposedly it's a big secret that she's a woman, but
Yeah.
I clocked
I
her as a
was
woman
shocked.
immediately.
I
And
was I was shocked to discover that the crew did not already know she was a woman.
right. But she is the niece of the chief engineer, and he's been taking
Yes.
her to see her whole life. But yes,
Yeah, he raised her.
he raised her. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of human shit going on. So when our protagonist, Atai, goes back to sea to redeem himself and keep his daughter from being taken away from him, he signs on to this fishing ship, but brother Ding is trying to smuggle unknown cargo. This eventually leads to a mutiny. There's a lot of stabbing, some violence. All of this takes place before the monsters show up at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I want to go back a bit though.
Yeah.
In the opening scene after the guy gets killed and he's on a little boat with the other search and rescue guys and they're all chastising him. And then this wave comes and capsizes their tiny little boat. And it's not clear because one of the descriptions of this movie said he was the sole survivor, but I don't think he was because I think that guy that was mad at him used to work search and rescue as well. Was his coworker.
Right. Oh, and so
So,
again, going back to that earlier scene.
but I was just like but the whole thing about, oh, it's your fault all those people died and everything, but your boat got capsized anyway. It had nothing to do.
Right.
It just seemed like it was just a shit show, and he didn't really contribute considerably to making it shittier. It was just a big old mess.
Right. So going back to that early episode, however, it does lay the groundwork, which doesn't pay off till much, much later, for this being a kaiju movie, just barely, in that
Yes.
the first ship that goes down had on board radioactive waste brought on board by
Yes.
our white friend Herman Duplace.
Yeah. Yes. So the Taiwanese captain is like, you didn't tell me you had nuclear waste on here. That's not good. That's not okay. And the guy's like, we've been doing this for a while now. It's no big deal. Everything's fine. But it's fine until the ship sinks.
Right. And then
And
5 years later, that radioactivity has both poisoned the area, so it has hampered the fish catch of the fishermen, which is further contributes to the economic distress of our hero, but apparently has done enough to mutate some spiders, or at least one spider. We only see the one spider.
no, I thought there was more than one, unless one just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that was a little unclear.
Unless one just gets bigger and bigger throughout the thing.
Right.
But I think there's more than one. Well, the description says, let's see, a number of creatures lurking underwater, including a giant aquatic spider. It also says that the tanker in the beginning witnesses a large shadow beneath the waves and is pulled into the sea. But I'm not sure I noticed.
Yeah, I
that.
didn't notice
So
that.
it might have been that. It might be that there was already things mutating because of it's unclear.
Yeah.
And they never explicitly say, hey, this was caused. Well, I mean, a woman they pick up is investigating the radiation situation. So,
Right. So, yes, midway through the whole rigmarole, they find a woman lost at sea who
yes.
who is suspicious, and we think at first that she's been sent by drug lords to pick up the cargo or to direct the ship towards the cargo.
Right.
Then we later find out she's a reporter who's investigating the contamination
So basically,
of the area.
Brother Ding confronts her and he's like, "Who are you? Who sent you? Did they? What are my instructions?" And she's like, "Just get me to that island." But she's just playing along. She's not gonna. I think she realizes that this guy's dangerous, so I better go ahead and let him think that he answers to me.
Right.
And of course, the guys in the crew try, or a lot of them, sexually harass her
Oh yeah.
because they're unaware they've been traveling with another woman
Right.
for years. And our hero tries to fend them off, but he's kind of shitty at fighting, so he gets his ass kicked. But eventually, some possibly multiple sea creatures start attacking them, and then disappear for long stretches for them to engage in more human shit.
Including
But it
ultimately
appears-
a mutiny that involves a bunch of stabbings.
Yeah, I think more people are killed by other people. Than
Oh,
are killed
definitely.
by
Yes. Yeah.
the spider. And then there's a confrontation. There's one member of the crew who, like I said, was his former search and rescue coworker who's mad at him. Also, it turns out Brother Ding is somebody's brother, the dead captain, not of the ship, but the search and rescue captain.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the real reason he's mad is not that the captain died, but that G has wasted his life so that his brother died for nothing. He seems mad that he's not done, that he's just become a gambling drunk.
Right.
If he had done better, then he might not be so pissed off at him. And that's why his other friend's pissed off at him, not because of the people that died, but because he's crawled into a bottle for the past 5 years or so.
Right.
But they have a confrontation, and the guys lock them in a room together to have it out, and they start fighting, but then his friend is like, I'm not really fighting with you. Those guys are out to get you. I'm just faking it. But then for some reason, the room they're in starts flooding, and they don't let them out because Brother Ding's an asshole.
Yeah.
And his friend he's been bit or stung or something by the spider and is infected in some way, and he knows he's dying. So he's just trying to save G and knows that he himself is a lost cause. And then his father-in-law at some point gets stung. And we briefly think this guy comes back as a zombie, but that turns out to be a dream.
Yeah, there's some. This film is kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's also unclear how many people it would take to actually sail this ship. Because when Ding starts his mutiny, he's just killing people left and right. And I'm not sure he's just going to be able to get this thing into port just by himself. When the chips finally fall, there's only 3 people left alive at the very end. Spoiler.
Well, I think most of that crew is for hauling fish on board.
Sure, but I don't think you can sail one of these things with just one person. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not a sailor, but it seems like kind of reckless on his part.
As long as you have someone to steer, you'll be fine.
I would not want to go to sea under that advice.
It's not. I'm saying that's the minimum. That's the minimum.
Right.
Somebody at the wheel.
Oh yeah, so there are some giant spiders involved as well.
Yeah,
There's some
sea spiders.
Yeah, and I think we've discussed this before. I don't know what the minimum height for a kaiju is, but this seems to be just barely kind of crossing the line.
Well, see, I wasn't sure when I picked this movie. I wasn't sure about that, but the spider on the poster is bigger than the ship.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then we don't see a spider like that in the actual movie.
No. I mean, for spiders, they're pretty fucking big, but
yes, yes,
they're not quite tearing down building size.
No.
But fuck it,
right.
We're already at 2020. We're running out of movies.
I understand.
We're at 2020,
I understand.
So I'm not gonna nit. I'm not gonna.
And as
nitpick it.
far as the quality of the special effects, that may be one reason why there's so much human shit, is that they couldn't afford to do more monster shit. Because maybe they spent all the money on the ship. I don't know. But the monsters are kind of mediocre CGI.
I thought they were all right.
They're okay. They don't suck, but they're not. They're clearly CGI. There's no illusion.
Right, but it's better than an Asylum movie.
Well, sure. Yes, it is not that bad.
But
at one point,
step above that.
When they are exploring the ship, when they've discovered that there are spiders about, and they're exploring the ship, there are literally Spirit Halloween quality fake spider webs, the kinds you would
Oh,
buy
yeah.
at a Halloween store, and hang
Right.
in the ship these really crappy, cheap spider web practical effects there. So yeah, they're kind of phoning in that part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Now there are things called sea spiders. They are
Yes,
not true spiders, but they are distantly related. So, and it's unclear if that's what these things are supposed to be. I guess that's what they are.
but they're capable
And
of
I
spinning
don't know if
webs at least at some point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they've been mutated, so
Yes. Yeah, so there is sort of much, as you've said before, there are some kaiju movies that are about something,
Mhm.
and this one tries to have a little bit of a nod to kind of an environmentalism of there are some comments about we have to take care of the ocean and not pollute it with
Yeah.
radioactive materials, which is fine, but it does seem a little tacked on. There's a very maudlin scene at the end where our hero, having survived with the two female cat crew members, is back on land with his daughter and explaining to her that all of his dead friends have forgiven him and he has little visions of all of his dead friends, and
Yeah.
then looks very thoughtfully over the sea and says, "We have to take care of the ocean and it'll take care of us," or something along those
Yeah.
lines. Supposedly profound, maybe more profound in the original Taiwanese. Uh, I can't speak to that, but yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So that's about it, folks. Delano, what are you going to rate
Woof.
Mad Spider C?
I'll give it 2.5 spiders,
Yeah.
and half of the spiders because the little girl was adorable. But yeah, I would not. I would recommend. I would give this a miss. It's
Yeah.
not terrible. It's not as bad as some of the reviews online say, but it's not worth going
No,
out of your
definitely
way
not
for.
the worst. Definitely not the worst film of the year.
Oh no,
I thought
no.
it was all competent, but in the end, I'd give this like a 3, but there was just way too much human shit, so I'm only going to give it 2.5. I think because
Yeah.
the
And
imbalance between human
yeah,
shit
as
and
far as it
monster
being
shit.
competent, the acting was all fine. These, and
Yeah.
looking at their IMDb's, these are all professional actors with lots of other credits, and the direction was fine. It's just the script and the special
Mm,
effects were pretty much by the numbers.
yeah.
Yeah, could have used some
Well,
editing.
that's going to wrap it up. I think we'll have Honeybee back next week. I'm not sure, folks. I
Yay!
don't want to promise, but I believe she's taking her finals as we're recording this.
Good luck on your finals, honeybee.
But please check out our other podcast, Mars Needs Movies, where we look at movies of alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. If it's an alien coming to Earth, then it is within our wheelhouse for that podcast. And it is available wherever you're listening to this one. So I think next week, if Honeybee is back, then we will be doing Tremors Shrieker Island, which is the 7th and, as of now, final Tremors movie. Everybody join us for that. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe, rate and review, and check out our Patreon. Until next time, I have been Precious D.
And I've been Pretentious D.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements. Please don't misuse science. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go.